can see some of the excitement there, you can do so. But we are here with this Temur control deck. And sort of the most noteworthy things about it, I really, really like this kind of core right here. We've got Opt, Bolt, Unholy Heat, Snapcaster Mage, Counterspell, Wrenn and Six, I love in these kind of control decks. And then we've got Archmage's Time, Fact of Fiction, and Cryptic Command. And then on top of that, like, here's the sort of the spices of 4x Shark Typhoon, 2 Endurance, 2 Fury. And this is like really what we're getting out of not being a Lurrus deck, right? Because everything else in this deck is Lurrus acceptable. And these are the cards that are not. And I think right now, unfortunately, the way the format is, you just got to consider whether or not you want to be a Lurrus deck. And that's just a big, big question for you always. 3 Ketria Triomes is very interesting. They pair up nicely with Wrenn and Six, so that's pretty cool. And you can like fetch out 2 of them to make sure your colors are all set up, and then from that point on, just be cool about that. The sideboard has a lot of cleaner grouping than the previous one. 3 Flusterstorms, 3 Aether Gust, 2 Mystical Disputes, 1 Fury, 1 Ancient Grudge, 2 Alpine Moon, Force, Fracturing Gust, and Kozilek. So apparently Wafotappa really likes Fracturing Gust in his sideboards for all sorts of these matchups. And then we've got the Kozilek Butcher of Truth for mill instead of Emrakul. I assume because in this deck that he's imagining that he could cast it, which he definitely can. So it'll be interesting to see. Wafo, a big fan, by the way, of the actually fetch land split. Because the way the mana base here is constructed, we just have basic islands only. And so we've got 3 white-blue fetches, 2 blue-green, 2 black-blue, and 2 red-blue. And that is technically correct. Who wants to hear a tale of how Halsey is a dumbass? Well, it might help me feel better about the league I just played. All right, we are signed up for the right deck. Good. I'm guessing someone put a song in. Yeah. I've told you before, Alex, Bicycle Race never plays. Whichever the default Bicycle Race, it doesn't play. Looks like Wilderness Rec minus Wilderness Rec. Sure, yeah. You've been looking for a K command for 10 minutes. Was it in your hand? Is it in your binder and you're just blind? I mean, it's not a problem, Alex. It's just like I have to say it every time. Phoenix says he had a Fury in his binder forever and never realized that he had it. Nice. Endurance doesn't have very many cards to pitch. That's true, but I think in this deck we're planning on casting it. It is only 3 CMC, right? Yeah, in this deck we're planning on casting the Endurance, and then Fury is something that you might want to evoke early by pitching another red spell. Because most of the decks you need Endurance early against, the earliest turn you need it is 3, which is like Living End, really. And then most of the other graveyard synergies are a bit slower. Hey, we hit Ponsoor. I wonder if this is the Ponsoor we know. Yes, it is. And apparently he's leaving the chat now. We're on the play. Hand is almost perfect. So very good. He's playing Blue-Red Murktide. Okay. He's just telling me he's playing Blue-Red Murktide because he's a cool dude who doesn't or rather, he knows what deck I'm on. So yeah, Pencer is a good guy. He's been around for a while here. He is a lover of control decks, and and yeah, he's just a good dude. If you go into any Twitch stream where people are playing Pensur, where you find this player, you can guarantee it's someone playing Control Deck in Modern. I've seen him in Spike's chat. I've seen him in TSB Yendrick's chat. Always trying to learn. He's a good dude. Monkey stew time, anybody? I would have some reservations about that play, but I don't have any fetch lands yet, so... The ultimate is if they have the dash monkey, they just kill your Wrenn and Six. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, it certainly feels that way, Jig. It's definitely a feel-good moment. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly not an expected behavior. But it's certainly appreciated. So we're going to endurance here and just wreck them, right? Because then they're just losing all of this on the DRC. All right, here's my anti-Delver. You play Delver, I play anti-Delver. It's fine. I'm not upset, you're upset. Shut up. I need land. It's fine. Bolt won't be bad. There we go. Because Bolt means I get to save the heat for a Murktide coming up. So if he's on blue-red Murktide, we want to keep this Unholy Heat. And this land is going to put me on the full number of creature type or of card types. You know how to 5-0? Is the answer just register Velomachus and put on the Randy hat? Because I got to tell you, the answer might just be register Velomachus and put on the Randy hat. Play Blue Red Monkey. I saw Jacob Kaminsky, the pen sword, came back to streaming and playing Modern today, and he was playing Blue Red Monkey and just instant 5-0. I feel like if I wanted to trophy grind, that would definitely be a popular choice for me. I think I'm just gonna jam this Factor Fiction right here while they're tapped down. Yeah. Also, I have a land drop to make, so Rug Monkey? Yeah. Do I need... It's disgustingly efficient with the downside that all tempo decks fall prey to, which is the like, it's really efficient, but it's not super powerful, and so sometimes your opponent's just going to be able to go over the top of what you're doing, because you can get ground down a bit. Like, my opponent's on 4 cards, I'm on 4 cards, but I'm up a land, and It just comes down to some of the 2-for-1s. Murktide changes that equation. It can. It can. Phoenix said you gotta do a thing. All right. Go do your thing. Sounds like it would be legal in Alabama. Anything that ain't legal in Alabama? Do I even want to do this here, or just want to make a 4/4? Pretty sure I just want to make a 4/4. I'm pretty sure that's their state motto, yeah. Thinking about the phrase over the top yesterday. It's odd to you. Really? Oh, it makes sense to me. I don't know exactly where it comes from, but it always made sense to me. Something about it just kind of speaks to me. Like, just kind of what as advertised kind of deal. That is not what I meant to pick up. They have Unholy Heat. That's fine. I got a 2-for-1. I'll take it. Not a great 2-for-1, but I'll take the 2-for-1 I got. Because now I got double heat. So they can definitely get the Ultra Murktide. Which this will not be big enough for. Yep. Oh, it's only a 7/7. I'm gonna bolt it now. Shit. I mean, they are down to 2 cards in hand, one of which is almost definitely Counterspell. So we can play Fact or Fiction and then go Heat, Snap, Heat. Or Heat, Snap, Bolt. Well, I don't know if I got it, but I can definitely deal with the Murktide. Yeah, they have to... I'll grab a Bolt because I might want the other Heat later. Second Murktide or something. Man, I still have Furies in this deck, huh? And another Endurance. I don't know if I should be playing around them having a monkey. I'm assuming the last card in their hand is Counterspell of some kind. Could be a removal spell they don't feel like using on my Snapcaster Mage. I don't know. Could be a lot of stuff. Tapped Spire Bluff. You love to see it. Alright, anything. Give me anything. Oh, sure. One anything, please. That's an anything. God, that is such an anything. Whoo! Big shark. Oh, little monkey. Oh, little monkey. Oh, you're gonna need a bigger boat. Gonna need a bigger boat, friend. X7. Well, so the problem with casting it is then I don't have any spells with which to trigger it. And I was going to draw a Scalding Tarn, so... Bigger boat or larger monkey? I mean, I don't know how much either of them is going to do it. Good lord. I don't know if this should be legal on Twitch. Never cast Typhoon. Well, it's not never cast Typhoon. It's that frequently casting the Typhoon is not where you need to be. Man, I don't know. Maybe I don't need the Flusterstorms. Maybe I just need the Mystical Disputes. I'm not sure. Like, Endurance is good here. Archmage's Charm is good here. Maybe Cryptic Command's a little clunky. Yeah, I guess Cryptic's a little clunky. I could see, like, cutting a Shark Typhoon. Oh, we can cut an Opt, actually. You can always shave a couple opts. It's just like, obviously casting a Shark Typhoon is so sweet, right? And it is. It definitely is. But it is frequently not worth it. Technically, the monkey would rip that land, and then we drew land anyway. Right. So, actually, but no, not really. Actually, I'm technically wrong. Yikes. Well... Yikes. That's a yikes. I wish I could say that I'm sitting here being like, God damn, I wish I had that Fury, but I don't have another red card anyway, so unless I had drawn Fury plus Fury. And Mystical Dispute, boarding in Mystical Dispute was definitely correct, so I'm not going to feel bad about that. Oh, please. Oh, fuck. I didn't bring in Aether Gust, did I? Because I'm very smart. Yep. Alright. So we died on turn 2 because I'm an idiot. And it's funny, in game 1, there was a moment where I looked at my mana base and I went, oh, damn, you know, if they bring in Blood Moon on game 2, I'm going to be really dead. How do layers work with Lavinia and Oko? What? Please explain more in depth what you would like to know does and doesn't work. Because it works the same as it works with most things. I don't think it's as complicated as you think it is. Well, there's only one Oko. There are actually 2 Lavinias that I've seen play. Was Lavinia of the 10th versus Lavinia Azorius Renegade? So let's see if these flip. No, I'm aware there's more than one Oko, but there's only one Oko. What? No, Meddling Mage should not work through Humility. That's on the ability layer. The ability that that Meddling Mage has is on the ability layer and should be removed by an Oko Elking, just like all the abilities on Lavinia. The only thing that won't is, again, things that affect color, text, or type. Is that it? Color, text, type? Clone, copy, control, text, type, color, ability. Yeah. All right, we're dead. I forgot about Blood Moon. And stuff that sets a time limit, like Banisher Priest. What? You mean a delayed trigger? I don't know what Banisher Priest is. The angel that exiles a permanent. Oh, yeah. But that's a delay. It's not a delayed trigger, but it's functionally very similar to a delayed trigger, right? I think that would be fair to say. Yeah. I know. I understand. I'm just saying, like, that's like a delayed trigger, right? It's not a trigger, but... Yeah. Trigger butt. Right. Word. Yeah, okay. That is definitely again, Wafotappa is crazy. You know what's funny, Alex? So today my grandmother mentioned that Kabul and Afghanistan are like the fall of Saigon right now. And that must have been a... You gotta be kidding me. That must have been some sensationalized media line, because in my mind, there's just no way. There's just no way in the world that what is happening in Afghanistan right now can be anything like the fall of Saigon. Like, in terms of appearances, maybe, but in terms of historical relevance to specifically American culture, I really doubt it. Can I just gamble that I'm going to draw the land? We're going to draw the land, right? Yeah. And that's the thing, is like, to me, the fall of Saigon is like, it was like a big flipping deal. Oh, opponent mulls to 5. Okay. Well, maybe my keep will be rewarded. Yeah. But I just feel like someone must have said it. Land? One time? No times. Opt ain't bad, though. Maybe. Nope. Nope. Oh. gets a second Steam Vents with the Flooded Strand instead of an island. So no Blood Moon in hand, or they already have all the... all the islands, maybe. Okay, I'll create a 0/0. Jeez. You should really draw another land or two. Thanks. I wasn't planning on it, but now that you mention it, I might. Lands win games. There's just there's nothing else to say about it. Lands win games. All right. So yeah. At least I stopped. Again, not getting an island. The most lands, the best lands. That's right. I have all the lands, the best lands. Some say too many lands. Some said before me, nobody played lands. The lands were a theoretical construct. All right. Counterspell. Yay! We're dying of bullshit. I have 3 basic islands in the deck. Perfect. Banger. Let's go. Well, I can kill most of their threats, but if they just immediately have Murktide, we're dead. That's fine. Don't be greedy with that mana base. 1, I did not build the mana base. 2, I already mulliganed to 6 in this game, and we had to cantrip our way to the situation we're already in. I don't have a 3. I feel like 3 is just... this has just been really, really lame. The Field of Dreams game of baseball, yeah. I don't know if I've ever actually watched Field of Dreams, no. I know I've seen it, like, on TV when I was younger. Like, I remember that it was, like, it was on TV when I was young, but I never, like, watched it. Like, I don't actually remember anything about the movie other than if you build it, they will come. It's widely considered the best sports movie. Widely by whom? Waterboy is easily the best sport. I mean, I feel like something like Remember the Titans is actually good, right? I don't actually... again, I don't remember the movie that well, but I think Remember the Titans is actually good. Critics. You're no critic on that one point, you agree. You saying critics say that Field of Dreams is one of the best sports movies ever made? I feel like that's saying like a league of her own. A league of their own? Rudy? Could be Rudy. Airbud? Yep. I think we're all ignoring the obvious answer. Space Jam? We've drawn all 4 lightning bolts. All 4. Basketball. Yeah. Basketball. Quality film. slap shot. It's Murktide. Yep, they finally found the fucking Murktide. We're dead. Lost game 2 and 3 to Blue-Red Murktide because of freaking Blood Moon. Unbelievable. I mean, it's very believable because it's happened to me every time I play against this deck. Yup. Just done. Man, I don't know, man. Tonight is just not a good night for Magic. Is Gladiator a sports movie? No. Gladiator's definitely not a sports movie. Thanks for the follow there, Fro Chris the Avatar. Sports to Magic players is different than to regular people. Yeah, I mean, I forgot that the Blue-Red Murktide deck boards in Blood Moon in game 2 because I'm an idiot, and I always do that. And then we just got in game 3. I mean, that's all it was. Yeah. I mean, and yeah, I don't need to say anything more about it. Like, I had another Aether Gust in my hand, no problem, but I had no lands. I couldn't find anything, so we died. No, I'm not, Mord. We 0-4 dropped. Yeah, well, I mean, that's every game of Magic, though. If things had gone severely different for me, we would have won. I didn't actually check my mana base here. Yeah, but I kept a one-lander with... I want to say, Aether Gust and Wrenn and Six, yeah. And all I needed was to hit that freaking second land a little bit faster to resolve the Wrenn and Six so that I could fetch, so that I could get my mana set up. But I didn't... Oh, sorry, I didn't check what I needed to check. 2 steam vents, so I can't fetch that. 1 breeding pool, I can't fetch that. So we just have to fetch nothing with Wrenn and Six this turn? Fuck. It's either I Wrenn and Six for nothing. Yeah, I'm going to Wrenn and Six for nothing this turn. I hate it, but... I mean, Hinterland Harbor is great. Because it stops you from losing life in a bunch of matchups, but... Yeah, it's fine. It's all good, Pensor. You played a good game. I have a lot of issues with the blue-red Murktide deck right now. It just drives me up the wall sometimes. It's way too good. It's not, though. It's actually not doing that well. If you check like the challenge results, it's not performing particularly well at all. It definitely is a very good deck. I'm not saying it's not a good deck, but it's like if you actually look at the meta representation, it's just not doing that well in the last couple weeks in terms of competitive events, but it's just another part of it's not tier 1 right now. It's tier 2. But it can very easily pop back up again. It's not as good as Blue-Red Prowess was. Well, no, there was one weekend where it was huge. And that's the thing that's been kind of nice about the MH2 season is we've been cycling through decks that are at the top of the meta very quickly. And that's been awesome. So Blue-Red Murktide had like one weekend where it was the nuts. Like it was unbeatable. Nobody could beat it because nobody could remove a Murktide Regent. But then, Hammer Time ended up being a pretty good matchup or having a pretty good matchup against it. It's the right way to deal with this. What do I think the tier 1 decks are right now? Greentron and... Gosh, what is the other one? I think it's just Greentron is the only tier 1 deck right now. And then everything else is like the like... Just like a half notch below that. I think Greentron is the only deck I can confidently say is tier 1 right now. And then like maybe Elementals. But Elementals has been getting slammed a bit. Yeah. Okay. So they get this one. Now I can either resolve Factor Fiction or the second Wrenn and Six. I think the second Wrenn and Six makes me the most happy. Gets slammed by Tron? Yeah, maybe. I don't have any counter magic right now, which makes me very uncomfortable, and I can't play this Endurance. Oh yeah, Elementals gets wrecked by Tron. They have no comeuppance. Good draw. The problem is Path to Exile is only good against exactly Murktide. And there's just too many decks where like Path to Exile is a really bad removal spell. So we got to fight over this. But the only way I have to fight over it is Snap. I can play Endurance, then they can Teferi bounce it, then I can Wrenn and Six ping. Okay, so we play Snap. They should counter the Snap. If they counter the Counterspell, it'll actually be worse for me. Yeah, they might. Oh, they didn't have it. Okay. Maybe they have another... Oh, just nothing. Just naked Teferi running out there. Yeah, I'll take that. I'm not particularly excited about it, but like, he's aight. I don't want to do that. It's not that I don't want to do that. Okay, no more fetch lands. But that's fine because I have a non-fetch in hand and Wrenn and Six is about to go to 7, so we Gucci. But that's the thing is like, there's a lot of like, Pensur, not to dodge your question, there's a lot of like tier 1.5 decks right now. Grixis Lurrus, Black Red Lurrus, Hammer Time, because the like 2 weeks ago Elementals were the head honcho, and then this week it was Greentron, right? And that kind of super crunchy, intense churn is what we've been dealing with. Yeah, that's exactly right, Night of Winter. With the caveat that unlike most format metagames, so I think I just throw Endurance under the bus here. There's so many options for all the things that you can play that it's not like a standard rock, paper, scissors metagame, because it's very difficult for people to solve which deck is going to pop to the top next. It's non-land? It better be non-land. Otherwise, you're just going to steal lands with that nonstop, right? You need an honest opinion of your terrible deck list? I mean, I can give you an honest opinion. It probably won't be that it's terrible. It probably... It may be that your deck belongs in the, quote, fun bracket. So... Okay, so we can Factor Fiction, find a Bolt, and Snap Bolt, or Bolt, Snap, Bolt. Bogles with Walyu. Okay, your deck's terrible. No, I'm kidding. This is wrong. Yeah, this is bad. This is a bad idea. Oh my god, with Urza Saga. This is a bad idea. Go play it. This is such a bad idea. You should go play it. Because maybe it actually ends up being a totally like new balancing point of very, very good. I honestly have no idea. None. I got nothing, dude. Nothing. That might be brilliant. I don't know. Wanted to take advantage of Urza's Saga being an enchantment. Is there anything that... Are you saying for the purposes of ethereal armor? Are you saying I wanted to take advantage of Urza's Saga being an enchantment and I thought, oh yeah, ethereal armor. That's awesome, dude. Sick of YouTube recommending new best deck destroys modern challenge videos every week. Yeah. But that's just where the format is right now. Like that's what we're dealing with, right? And the thing is, the decks aren't broken. Like some of them are very, very good, and they seem broken until people solve the counter. You think the Bogles are the worst part of the deck? You may want to consider building a different deck, though. Like, what you've kind of constructed is, like, the Fran's, like, Naya Reclaimer deck, but with Bogles instead of the Reclaimers and stuff. And it's like, why is that better? Maybe it is, though. That's what I'm saying, is like, maybe it is better. I don't know. Okay, so they definitely don't have a counter. And then when they attack with the Colonnade, we have Heat and Charm. Wrenns and Sagas, and you just felt underwhelmed with Boggles. It's not going to cost you money, just time. Yeah, then go do it. And that's what I'm saying is, like, that is such a wonderful idea. Someone sent me a deck list, and I still have it floating on my... I should download it so that I don't lose it. But, like, someone sent me this deck list, and I want to put in some time on this. It's Food Titan. And I like... the concept. I think some of the things, like, why is there a Basilisk color in here makes no sense. Why are there Ancient Stirrings in here? Those make no sense to me. But the core concept of, like, let's play, like, Asmora Titan. It's like, oh, yeah, that's really novel. Because, like, they both play Saga. Maybe there's a middle path where that works. I ain't know. Right. Yeah. I mean, I agree with that. Mounds of Mayhem. But again, like, I'm just not in a position to tell, like, anyone, like, that idea is bad. Like, you said your idea was bad, and you're right. It looks really bad. But maybe it's way smarter than you think it is. I don't know. It could be. Like, it could work. I don't know. Terror, sure. Terror is 100%. Terror knows what's up. Well, that's the thing, is, like, I really don't think that Urza Saga is that busted of a card. People thought Death Shadow was bad for a long time. Exactly. There have been plenty of things through modern history that like people are like, that's unplayable. Niv Visit Reborn. Niv Visit Reborn became like a niche tier 2 deck, and then for a little while became the top of the format. There was an SCG format challenge finals thing that was a Niv Mizzet mirror match. Yeah, Hammer Time was a meme, and then they made Saga. Well, it wasn't just Saga. Can we be totally real? It's not just Saga. Esper Sentinel is also a big get for Hammer Time. Yeah, that's right. That was the same weekend, Mord. Yeah, it was a crazy weekend. Matza Ball, have you hit us with some of the music from Stryfo's channel? Sounds like some music from Stryfo's channel. Hinter de Bergen. Hinter den Bergen. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Still won't let go of the fact that Esper Sentinel isn't Esper colors. It should have been a 3-color split. What's better, this or Indian Thriller, Matzaval? Do 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 do. Boo do 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 do. Then it would have been Busted to Hell. Esper Sentinel's kind of already busted to hell. Like, it's not, but it's secretly very, very good, right? I got this fairy? That's fine. I can beat that. No problem. Imagine it in black aggro decks. What black aggro deck? Sorry, I thought we were talking about modern. Snapcaster Mage. Where's Randy? Randy's, I don't know. He's off doing whatever he's doing. I know he's working out earlier. I saw him in the gym. Dude's a machine. I heard he actually got some Twitter beef going online with Aspiring Spike. Something about a TikTok, I don't know. If you think I'm joking, Notes in an Octave, I'm not joking. I'm definitely not joking. I mean, it's not a problem as long as it's like listenable. Let me check on the mana base. Oh, sure. My bad. I mean, the one I just tend to consult the Karsten article. So let's see. So you have only green on one, right? So you want 14 untapped green sources. So you got 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you should be okay for green on one. And then, yeah, it looks okay. The only questionable thing is like Urza's Saga in a deck full of so many cheap, like pip intensive cards. You know what you might want to consider is instead of Core Spirit Dancer, you may want to consider playing Stoneforge Mystic and Nettle Cyst. Because Nettle Cyst is the same text as All That Glitters. So Like, obviously, most of your enchantments are attached to creatures, and so if the creature dies, you lose your enchantment. But I think that could work. It's Naya Enchantress. But the only red card is Wrenn and Six. Oh, sorry. No, it's Naya Bogles. Naya Bogles with Urza Saga. Was trying to stay as a Luris deck. Right. Right. Sure. Oh, Sithis, Harvest Hand. Yeah, Sithis. I think it's SY. Damn it! I did it again. Yeah, I think the card is probably generally worse than Core Spirit Dancer. Nice try. That's it? All right. So after Ponsor, we found a very, very soft blue-white control player. Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing is, like, Wrenn is... I've always said, like, Wrenn is a control breaker. Like, a control mirror breaker. Because it's a 2-mana planeswalker that generates a card draw per turn. And, you know... Yeah, Wrenn is gross. This is apparently Focus by Hocus Pocus. The guy who was yodeling was also playing flute and keyboards. Drummer on traditional grip, by the way. It's the 70s, man. Whistling whilst playing organ as well. Oh, we found the Glimpse matchup. Okay, we should have an okay time here. Missed their attack. Maybe I should have had Bolt there. No, I'll be okay. Sure, absolutely. Oh, they're on a 4-color version. Oh, no. They always play Omnath. Well, basically always. Okay, we gotta find another counter quick. That ain't it, deck. All right, we lucked out. They didn't have a second Cascade. And this deck won't be playing Violent Outburst. They do have 2 clue tokens, though. Alright, so this deck shouldn't be playing Violent Outburst. Wait, should it? I don't know. Let's find out. Wild. Well, I don't have any Wraths in my main deck. I'm dead. Yeah, Violent is the best Cascade spell, but it's not a permanent. I haven't played with or against Glimpse in a while, so I guess I just blanked on whether or not they would be playing it. I guess it works on their combo turn, but like them end of turning it like this is kind of awkward for them. But I guess they'll have enough to kill me because I won't have any Wrath in a Temur deck. Yeah, I fucked up. Yeah, that's on me. Yeah. No, I mean I get it. They can hit it with Dark Dwellers? Yeah, I mean, they want to hit Glimpse, though, right? You're about to see why, Knight. Like, I could deal with 2 Rhinos, in theory. I could deal with 2 end-of-turn Rhinos, for sure. But I will not be able to deal with what they've put together here. I will be dead. Fact. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts. I will be dead here. Because Rhinos is above most people's rental rates. No, I don't think that's the reason people play Glimpse. I think it's because Glimpse is legitimately kind of messed up. It's very powerful. Like, look what they just put into play. That's so much better than 2/4/4 Rhinos in a bunch of matchups. This is unbeatable for a lot of decks. I literally don't think I could possibly win here. If I had drawn Fury, maybe I could have cleared out the Risen Reefs. I'm not dead. Yeah, but I'm basically dead, right? They have 8 cards in hand. This is the Omnath version. Lots of them are Omnath versions. This is a Risen Reef Omnath version, right? I haven't seen Risen Reef in this deck in a while. They're usually playing Tireless Provisioner. We haven't seen any of those yet. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but I'm just saying that's not necessarily the reason that people wouldn't be playing Rhinos. I think most of the people playing Glimpse are playing Glimpse because Glimpse attacks in a very different way than Rhinos. Like, it not a little different, like very, very this deck is not a tempo deck. This is a combo deck. And like, if you have Chalice on 0 in game 1, they're done. They're not beating you. Like, maybe they could honestly cast some of these spells, but they're done, right? Whereas like What does Rhinos do if you chalice them? They have lots of outs. They're totally prepared for that. They will play a grindy, fair, longer game. I would never even try to play this in paper. But yeah, we just can't deal with this many dorks. And they have 8 cards in hand. Sorry, Ponsor. I was really half-assing it too. Like I really wasn't yeah, we're just dead here. I wasn't ready for the EOT Violent Outburst. I will be next time. I don't need that. I mean, it's mostly about cadences. Like, I don't know. I don't really feel like I need these. Maybe I need the lightning bolts. I think Shark is the way I'm going to win most games, though. Probably don't need endurance, though. Keep a couple of bolts. You think you'd want endurance? I don't think that I do. I think the ground gets gummed up. What did I play against in round 2? A really bad Jeskai deck. It was like blue-white with Path to Exile. Because it's a 4 Dark Dwellers deck. Yeah, but I just can't let things start resolving. Like, that's... I don't see endurance being better than most of the things that I have in the deck right now, other than maybe the lightning bolts. And all right, I can take the argument it's better than lightning bolts. And then if I'm gonna have 1 bolt, I should probably have Unholy Heat instead. There we go. It's not a great keep, but it's a keep. Because, I mean, the reason it's a 4 Dark Dwellers deck isn't to hardcast them. I mean, they will if they have to. They did it last game, but... the reason it's a 4 Dark Dwellers deck is so they can hit it while they're comboing. Reason for less Rhinos... thought might have to do with Flusterstorm doubling or tripling in price. I mean, but that's just the Cascade decks in general, right? Because the Cascade decks use Force of Negation for the most part, not this one, but use Force of Negation for the most part to try to force their stuff through. Wrenn and Six? Any Wrenn and Sixes? Think Living End is still the best version? I think I agree with that. Lots of people are high on Rhinos, but I just don't care for that deck much. Living End is definitely susceptible to more types of hate. Yeah. No, that's one of the things I do like about the Living End deck. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. The one I thought you were the person who usually requests the song Overkill that was on the Scrubs. Everyone's running multiple EE right now. You know, you say that, but like, I feel like I'm not seeing as many EEs as people are saying there are. Oh, I got you the one. I wasn't particularly enjoying whatever that was. No Cascader. Oh no, they probably have the Violent Outburst again. No Sorcery Speed Cascader. They might try to get me with the double EOT and then on tap. Oh. That has 3 power. Yikes. I mean, that'll be easy enough to deal with if I draw some more lands. But, yeah, Endurance is a house. Jeez. Ugh. I don't have a land for it to get. Man, that's so rough. Yeah, I mean, my opponent has me nicely boxed in here, right? Like, I can't do anything or I die, but I'm also dying. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, deck. Guy in Men at Work sings a lot like Sting. Get out of here. Get out. Nope. Same target, same target, same target. Pay for it, nerd. Do it. Do it. They pay for it? They did. They did. Good for you, opponent. Much respect. Oh, they're attacking me. No respect for the Wrenn and Six. I kind of like that, actually. Good line. Just get me dead. Oh, no, they're going to have Omnath? No. Oh, it's just Risen Reef, thank God. Fucking had no out. I can't deal with your small, crappy creatures. This wasn't the deal, Blackheart. Wasn't part of the deal, Blackheart. Wasn't part. Almost have sharks. Yeah. So I could shark here. I kind of want to cryptic bounce this. I think it's worth it. Yeah. Just preserving my life total feels worthwhile, and I guess they could immediately replay it to deny me being able to Wrenn and Six. So that'd be slightly annoying, but there's a pretty good chance I draw a fetch land anyway. Yeah, 3 life is 3 fetches with Wrenn, exactly. Which is more and more relevant. Yeah. Ooh. Man, I didn't think they'd be playing Mystical Dispute, because it's not a permanent. Like, their permanent count for their glimpses is so low. They have Violent Outbursts, they have Mystical Disputes. I'm sure they definitely play Mystical, I just like wasn't expecting it there. Fine. You got it. I'll go to 2. Fuck. No, I know their permanents generate permanents, but if they start missing, it's like they need the first couple ones to be very maximized. Right? If they don't build the deck in such a way that 4 or 5 permanents have a reasonable shot, then, you know, it's just going to be very difficult for them to actually win that way. I don't know what they're tanking so long on here. But I do know I have 0 sources of life gain in my deck, so... Oh, well, we got to this, but... Well, I guess I'm going to 1. Right, I mean, I guess I agree with that, the 1, until you do, and then you fizzle, right? Alright. So we got the 4/4 shark. That's all we need right here. Shit. God damn it. Yeah. Fuck. Uh-huh. Fuck. Ah! No! Oh my god, what a play. Stupid endurance. Yeah, for sure they are. I mean, good for them too. Can't even block the Dark Dwellers. It has Menace. So I don't... I do have the one of Unholy Heat to draw to here. I'm dead. Technically, no. I can grab a plant token and shark. Block the Omnath. They'll kill both. And then maybe I'm dead. But not yet. It's not copium. It's actually correct. I am legitimately not dead. Oh, no, I know it's a better line than what I was proposing. Yeah. All right. There's a better line than what I was saying. The funny thing is, if I wait until they attack, I can actually punish them for not attacking with the plants. Which is just, like, really strange, but, So we grab this plant. That plant's going to block Omnath. And then they have enough mana. I can't fluster, so I just have to... I have to pray that they don't have another Cascade spell or another Goblins. Yoink! Problem is, look at my hand. Like, there's no way. I've S6'd. I'm assuming I'm dead here. No, not yet. Yeah, it was definitely better to kill a creature with Menace, right? Because I'm not dead right now because of that. Oh, I maybe should have upkeep Castle Vantress. We'll see. Should have cast this Triome. You can use it to cycle. Yeah, I did it before, right? But then I blanked on the fact that I could do that because I was focusing on trying not to die. All right, they have infinite mana, so if they go to Cascade here, they're going to get it. There's basically no way I can avoid dying, so I'm just going to scoop it if they have any Cascade spell. Oh. Yeah, we're dead. All right. We got crushed by Glimpse there. Crushed. Yikes. Man, tonight has been a brutal night for Magic. Oh my god. I can't even. All right. Maybe we can get one league where we get some play points back. I'll be back in 1 second and we'll fucking try. All right. Does Fluster make sharks for each copy? No, it doesn't. It's a cast trigger. Yeah, I was on Blue-White Urza Ephemerate Terror. We lost game 3 because you milled one of the 2 prismatic endings in my 75, and then you played 2 ensnaring bridges. Playing against Cascade decks is so stressful. Nah, not really. You just know when you're dead. It's exactly the same as playing against Titan. Like it's stressful until you've done it enough times where you're just like, well, if they draw one of their 8 Titans, I'm dead. Oh look, they drew one of their 8 Titans, I'm dead. Like it's stressful if there's stakes. I guess, but like it's less stressful than playing versus Lantern. I mean, in theory, that's the same thing, right? You just can't see it with most decks. The stressful thing about Lantern is you can see this top card of your deck, and so it's like one card deeper. that you're supposed to be, planning. All right. This is probably a really good opener. Sad that Shardless isn't good in Modern as just a value creature. It's just not the pace of Modern. The game you did beat me, you had 1 card left in deck. Yeah, but the only reason I had 1 card left in my deck is because one of the 3rd or 4th from last cards... you realize I was decking myself way faster than you were decking me that game. Because I was looking for my last Prismatic Ending. I dug from 30 cards to 5 to find it. So that I could win game 1. Yeah, I cast Ephemerate 8 times on Thought Monitors to draw 2 cards. I was decking myself on purpose. I was drawing those cards. I wasn't, it wasn't an accident. Well, we found another Tron matchup. And I don't have Field of Ruin with my Wrenn and Sixes. And I have no Counterspell for now. No, I mean, you can do that in Matzo Ball, especially at FNM, playing Shardless as a value creature in Modern. I mean, that's a thing you can do, for sure. Absolutely. Just don't expect to do a lot of winning. It'll be neat when you do. It's not don't expect to do a lot of winning, but it's you know how good the deck you've registered is. Okay, this is probably E-Tron? Yeah, gotta be. Shardless into Wrenn, Codal, Trophy, Expressive Iteration, you don't know. No, I mean, I get what you're going for. And I fully support you for trying to do it. That's awesome. But I'm just saying, you're going to lose against a lot of decks that way. That's not as big of a play as it is in Legacy somehow. It's very, very strange. Wow. Oh, are they on Susurus's prison deck? I bet they are. I bet they are. Okay. I bet this is Susurus's prison deck. Yeah. I gotta bleed a bolt, I guess. Ancestral Visions. Ancestral Visions is the ultimate in well... You can cascade into it. But you can cast it on turn 1 and in theory you could get to turn 5 without dying. It's possible, I guess. Alright, we found a fetch that is not that fetch. Good. 1 Visions, 2 Footfalls. Well, I would never put Footfalls in that deck. Helpful mouse over hint from Moto. Where is it? If a player's life total falls to 0, they lose the game. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, champ. I would never concede defeat in my mind of putting any number of copies of Crashing Footfalls into my value Shardless Agent Cascade deck. Because at that point I'm just well, why am I not playing Rhinos? Rhinos is plenty fun. It's very easy. You'll win a lot. It's why not? Ah, shoot, I should have played the fetch. Although, I don't need more. You can play As Foretold, yeah. As Foretold Shardless Agent. Ooh, they hit Tron. Okay, this could be dangerous. Show me the Mystic Forge. Yep. Yeah, counter draw. I got 2 cards left. How many more Mystic Forges could they have? 3, 4, 5. Karn? Yeah. No, but then you could wait until your As Foretold gets up to 3 and then cast Shardless off of it. Liquid Metal Coating. Woof. Although now the Ratchet Bomb on 2 becomes a double-edged sword. I kind of want to play the Snap. But I'm just going to Fury the Karn. Yeah. So I don't need to do that. All right, we're good. Not great, but good. Because they just Karn for something that's essentially going to be useless. Set up Footfalls with Jace. It's a sudden clock. Yeah, but that's... that's exactly what the Crashing Footfalls Cascade deck does. It just doesn't use the Jace to do it. Like, that's the reason that, like... Because every time you play that deck, you're going to be like, well, how do I make this better? And then you just start being like, well... I do all the things that are going to make it that other deck. So, I just feel like that's what happens to me, is like, I have to play something that is pointedly not the thing that already exists. Otherwise, I'm just going to be sitting there going, well, why am I not just playing the thing that exists? No, I know what you're getting at, but like, once you get too close, in my opinion, like, you're gonna be playing and be like, oh, how can I make this mo better? And it's just like, you're just gonna end up being the good deck. That's it. I mean, all right. They got 1 card. Is it something relevant? Oh shit. Oh man. Fuck. Alright, they hit a land already. Oh no. Come on. Miss. Miss. I need this tonight. Stop it. No. It's a car. It's gonna be... Fuck. Oh. I mean, at least it's gonna die, but like, shit, man. That's not gonna do it. But you tried. Bless you, you tried. No, Seymour, they didn't know the secret. I've always been broken. That's a good draw. So that means I do at least have Snap up on this next turn. Like, I can Snap Cryptic, bounce the Mystic Forge, but it just doesn't do anything. Oh, they have the Welling Jar, but it doesn't protect the Karn. And that's what I really care about. They can keep the map. But that's my point, Terror, is like, if I'm gonna brew, I want to pick something that like will push me in the direction of more cards that aren't being played, or cards that support exactly that thing and nothing else. Because like what Spike typically does is he'll take existing sets of very good cards and mix in one card that's kind of speculative, and that's just not that ain't it for me. All right, are we gonna lose to this hand just because they had the Mystic Forge after the Nattytron? I think we are. It's like I have a Cryptic. I can go snap Cryptic, counter that, bounce the Mystic Forge right now. But they still have 11 mana. Ugh. I think at this point I just have to like, all I can do is counter a bridge. I just have to counter a bridge. That's the only... Fuck. They got a bridge off the top. I mean, I have to counter it. There's just nothing else for it. I guess I could bounce the Forge right now, because they'll only have 3 mana left after they replay it. Oh, no, I can't bounce the Forge. They'll redirect it to the Spellskite. Although I guess if they do that, it'll cost them 2 life. That 2 life is nothing. Well, 2 life and some mana. Well, and that's the thing, Matzo Ball, is like, that's okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with playing a deck that's like cards you wish were good and doing the best you can to make a shell that supports them. Like, that's not a bad thing. That's neat. Like, there are some very cool decks that have happened because of things like that. No, very cool, Pensor. Very cool. Okay, so there's no bridge. There is a Pepperoni, very large. So I can't attack. Savage Knuckleblade, yeah. Right. I built a very functional deck with a bunch of low power cards in it. Oh no. It's losing again. Why? You know what you did. You know what you did. I probably should fetch now. Oh, shit. Alright, well. Didn't help me. Not anymore, because the song request queue ran out the one, so now we're just listening to my music because people didn't fill up the queue enough. Exclamation point current list? I don't have to type it enough, so I always forget what it is. Well, the real question is, why would you ever stop playing Bluetron? Because it's clearly pretty unbeatable. Blast Zone. That's a choice. Okay, they're 15. Jeez. Oh. All right. As a professional musician, how much do you have to practice to stay at your level? Well, my current level is like, I don't know, on hiatus. I don't know whatever you want to call it, but like, my current amount of practice is like none. When I'm gigging, like when I'm on cruise contracts, I don't have to practice. I'm playing like 3-4 hours a night. I mean, I do a little bit, just because playing live, there are certain things you want to make sure that you're. Yeah, they got the possessed portal now. There are certain things you want to make sure you're not getting into bad habits of, but. Well, it's like once you've been doing it for a long time, you don't normally need to practice that much. It's like if there's something you can't do, yeah, go practice that thing until you can do it. But it's not like when you're on your way up. You try and go for the win. I can hit him for 12. And then if I drew a bolt, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we could factor fiction, yeah, and try to find a bolt, and then, yeah. Yeah, all right, we got it. Oh, no, there's a Spellskite. Bounce the Spellskite, draw a card? Sorry, bounce the Spellskite, tap their team? Yeah, I got it. Yep, I got it. Welding jar won't save you now, nerd. Yeah, Terror, that story is not unusual. You get a lot of points in the music world for like showing up on time sober. Like that's they scooped. Oh, they knew I right. They gave me the bolt. No, I play some amount of guitar. My guitar is right. Well, one of my guitars is over there, and I play piano and I sing. And then I would like to play more bass than I do. I don't own a bass right now, but if I did, I would play it. Do I need endurance here? Probably not. This is probably a better setup. Yeah, this is a better setup. Don't need Flusterstorm, Aether Gust, Mystical Speed Fury. No. Okay, we're good. Okay. No turn 3 Tron is nice. Ooh, yes, please. Yeah, yeah. It's pretty unreal when you've never, like, when you haven't been around those people. I mean, the crazy thing for me is, like, when I got to university and there were these kids who were years younger than me, but they'd been playing and learning from, like, top tier professional, musicians for most of their life. So by the time I finished university, I was close to as good as where they were when they started, which is just it's just a real moment. Oh yeah. Yes, opponent, keep hanging yourself. The Fracturing Gust comes for you. I ain't need no targets for a Fracturing Gust. Alright, so what are they getting here? Swelling Jar, sure. So they'll be able to save one artifact. Hey, Jacob! What's your new Twitter? I tweeted out your existence when I said I was going live, but I didn't have any way to connect it to you. Or just have you not actually reactivated it yet? It didn't come up, but I'm sure it will. You didn't block me, did you? I wouldn't be offended. I'm a bad dude. I'm alright. I mean, if it felt like the right thing to do at the time, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it, man. If it was the right thing to do at the time, then it was the right thing to do at the time. And you can always, and anyone who has a beef about it, like, whatever. That's fine. Jacob needed to do it for his life, not yours. So, And that was the thing that was coming up in your chat where you were like, am I my number one? Am I allowed to be my number one? It's like, yeah, dude, there's a song, Looking Out for Number One. It's about looking out for yourself. And I'm not saying that you should do it all the time at the cost of all other people. That's not what that's meant to be. It's just that no one's really able to look out for you as well as you are. Second welding jar, huh? I assume I'll be able to wreck. Yeah, that's the point. Is like you need to look out for yourself sometimes, right? Or maybe you're in a position where you don't, right? I don't know your life, but yeah, I mean things are always different. I was thinking of a speech as Randy Rootwalla the other day, but it works equally well as actually me, which was like maybe because of the pandemic, we every day we got up in the morning and we thought, things will never be normal again. And then every day you get up and it turns out that, well, no, there's just a new normal. And maybe you think things will go back to the way they used to be. But they probably won't. But maybe that's not a bad thing. Because maybe some of the things that used to be weren't worth holding on to. Maybe there have been things that you've learned and some experiences that you've had, that you never would have got to. So let it just be different and change forever. It's not the end of the world. All right, got Bolt, Snap, Bolt. Never look at opponents' names. You should. Yeah, you should. You never know when you're going to play against a celebrity. I have Snap. Yeah, I have Snap Gust coming. So let's just go with one Bolt for now, and we'll Snap the Gust next turn. Yeah. We can Factor Fiction this turn. Yeah, that'll probably be fine. Snap the Gust should snap my opponent, just like a twig. Forge? Karn. Want to counter a Karn? Yeah, I think so. No, because if they... Maybe what I do is I Shark for 3 this turn? There's nothing they can get with this that I really care about, right? Karn can get them Crypt. I guess. I feel like that'd be a really next level play from them. But if they Karn for Crypt, I can just Shark Typhoon for 3 and kill their Karn. They're on 3 cards in hand. And then I have Archmage's Charm and put Mystic Forge in their hand. Yeah, I know, but then I just kill the Karn, wait for them to play the Forge, and then I snap Fracturing Gust. So that's fine too. It's the best control creature in Modern. Luris or Snapcaster Mage. Depends on which half you're looking at. No, it's Luris or Snapcaster Mage. Dragon's Rage Chandler is not a control creature. DRC makes your deck into a tempo deck. That's my final ruling. Tempo is not control, it's aggro control. It has a different name for a reason. I think I let the Karn go. All right, let's see. We're up a game. I'm feeling saucy. They wish. What is your wish? There is control in aggro control. I like to think that these groups are inclusive, not exclusive. Sure, and that's fine, but like when you go to play these decks, they're very, very different experiences. They just are. Like Blue Moon and Blue Red Murktide in its previous version, not the Blue Moon style Murktide decks that exist now, don't play the same. All right, they scooped. All right, one more. Let's see if we can get the 3-2. Like, if you tell someone Blue-Red Murktide is a control deck, and they're used to playing actual control decks, and they sit down and they try to play it like a control deck, they're going to lose a lot of games, I think. Because they're going to be like, what? Monkey, DRC, Merc, like, what? How am I supposed to... 18 lands? I don't have inevitability. It's like, no, you got to get the ball rolling. You will be beat by actual control decks. They will crush you if you're not putting pressure on them. Yeah, and that's the thing. Is like, I'm not good at tempo decks. The reason I think it's important to label them differently is I'm not normally good at them. Blue-Red Murktide is incredibly powerful, and I think the one league I played with it, I 4-1'd. You're Ryan, huh? Okay. Our opponent is Jungle Muchacho, which I kind of love that. I don't know, like, Jacob's here, and Jacob's the Blue-Red aficionado, and like, but he's good at a lot of different decks, and they play differently, and they feel differently. Yeah, exactly. Like the control deck, being the control deck is having inevitability. Like in almost every kind of match, you should be bigger than them. And the only match where you need to, yeah, and then you used to play Storm too, and Storm's a combo deck. It's not either of those things. How have I liked Blue Red Murktide? Yeah, I 4-1 with it once. It felt unbelievably powerful, and then I never played it again. I mean, I played it early in the season when it still had Delver, and I think we 4-1 with that version. That wasn't, I don't think it was playing Monkey yet. And I was like, all right, that was cool. Yeah, Tron becomes the control deck against most control decks, and actually seems to have a good control matchup. I mean, Jund is kind of like a tap-out control deck, right? Kind of. Especially with Wrenn and Six, Liliana now. And Kroxa. But they're like the heavy attrition mid-range deck. They're kind of somewhere between control and like this just haymaker. Wow. We found someone playing Squirrel Blade. Wild. Okay. I don't know if I have answers for that card. Mord, I think someone's playing your deck. Damn. Well, go block. Go get him, buddy. Yikes. Should have left my shark back. They're not going to ephemerate, are they? Oh, God, they are. Oh, balls. That's really bad. Yikes. Well... Glad White got some decent cards. It sure did. Okay, I'm assuming that just, yeah, that just eats it. I guess I have to make a shark and trade with their Solitude? Man, this sucks. Toski, Uncounterable Claws, coming in clutch. Jeez. Jeez. Oh. And the beat goes on. Get out of here, you. Okay. Maybe they'll stop drawing Fantastic immediate outs. Please. Yeah, it's a very big Flame Tongue Kavu. As opposed to the puny Flame Tongue Kavu that we also got. Ah! Stop it! Oh my god, dude. I still think this is a bad card. I will never be convinced it is not a bad card. It's certainly given me the business this game. Jeez, just nothing, huh? Alright, that's a good one. Yeah, in a certain way, Terror, from the small amount of Vintage I've played, it really did feel that way. I was really shocked by sometimes the way the sequences came down to, like, very, because each person can play all the cards in their hand, but they only interact with a certain percentage of the other cards in the opponent's hand, and so the order in which you sequence them out was enormous. Make sure I'll deal one to Toski. I know he's indestructible, I don't care. About sending a message. I just rewatched that movie like last weekend. God, I love that movie. It's not perfect, I gotta say, on my rewatch, it's not perfect, but goddamn it, The Dark Knight is still my second favorite movie of all time. Witness! No! The value! Oh god. Alright, so I have 3 potential mana this turn. Imperial Recruiter instead of Omnath? Alright, what do you got? Do you find the fetch? Of course you like what the opponent's doing. It's what you're doing. It's what you're doing all the time, Mord. This is your deck. 80 card, Omnath, Toski. No. Jeez. No. Not like this. Not like this. Oh, alright, fine. I know I'm not technically dead, but I don't think I'm coming back from that. That's going to be way too much. I don't want to see it. I don't care. Alright, let's get the Aether Gust in here. And Fury. I think that's it. Yeah. And this is Counterspell actually the worst card? It is, right? I think so. Shark Typhoon's not great, but it's fine. Everything else is fine. Yeah. I could... I could play Mystical Dispute there, but I don't know. Doesn't seem like what I want to be doing. Well, they never had an Aether Vial, right, Terror? In fact, did they play? They played nothing on turn 2. I believe they played literally nothing on turn 2. They played turn 1 birds into turn 2 nothing, and then played a Toski, which I, at least I realized, at least I read the card and I was like, oh right, it can't be countered. Can't be countered. Indestructible is a pretty good combination of keywords. Well, technically, can't be countered is not a keyword. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's well constructed general like 80 card piles. So, but yeah, I mean the ones that always have Vial in their opening 7 is definitely it's definitely a mood. Definitely 80 in the opening, or 80 card Aether Vial opening is definitely a mood. I mean, this hand could be anything, right? Could even be a game win. Oop. I feel like my colors are so good here that it's worth keeping. Plus the double opt. Yeah, I mean it's not wrong, Mord, but like, so one of the things is like, if you have an 80 card deck, oh, they found the Vial this time, so they have them. They didn't have it last time, so perfect example. If you have a 60 card deck with 8 1-drops, right, and then you go up to 80 and you now have 12 1-drops. You've actually increased the percentage of turn 1 plays you have, but that's assuming that they're all equally powerful, which of course, Aether Vial is in a league of its own, right? Like definitely. But I don't need that right now. I don't need that right now. I don't need that right now. Unless I get Blood Moon, fine. I really would have liked to have... The hell? Yeah, you do start the game with an extra card, which is so unfair. I mean, Urion's pretty fair. 8 mana for the 4/5 flyer. Oh, that's what I was looking for. They may end up regretting this fetch choice. Or I might just get Blood Mooned here and then be done for the night. Let's see. Oh, man. Brutal. Yikes. Come on. Man, if they have Toski in this hand, we're going to get wrecked. Maybe they missed the land? Nope. Oh. Fair. This was pretty slick. If they have a... Ephemerate. That'll do good work. Yeah, no, having the extra piece of cardboard in your hand is a big deal. Like, again, Strifo and Legacy frequently pitched the Uriah into Force, and it was very important to do so whenever he did. When I was playing Elementals, I pitched Kahira to Force of Vigor a bunch of times. Which is, like, really sweet tech, right? Because you get crushed by Blood Moon, but you can get your companion for 3 colorless mana. Yeah, yeah. Recruiter. I want a Factor Fiction, so resolves? Or do I have to gust it? I probably have to gust it, because they could have Ephemerate, and then we're just doomed. I mean, I have an opt to play. I cut the counter spells. Yeah, I think I have to gust too. I mean, that might be good next turn. Where does it go? They fetch? Okay. Probably just making sure they can put it on top without being worried about shuffling it away. They shocked? Oh no. Okay. And they get Magus of the Moon? Toski. God damn it. Yep, that's really annoying. Fuck. The Hippo Companion seems to be the worst. Is it? Yeah, it is. The templating on Karuga is awful. Yeah, because unlike Luris... Exactly. For God knows what reason. Okay, so we're just going to bounce that and draw a card. What? Don't you want this to die? I mean, whatever. Yeah, Lutri is the bomb, dude. I played Lutri this week. Well, last week. Last Friday. Oh. Might be relevant. Singleton Pile was amazing. It was alright. That's the reason you don't want me to... That's the reason you don't want me to retire, isn't it? Does Imori has seen play an Enchantress, specifically. So I have Aether Gust, then I have Snap Aether Gust. So we can play Wrenn and Six, pick up a land. Oh, I'm sure you do, Jacob. I'm just messing around. I'm just being a goofy goober. Yeah. You know what we could really use here? Electrolyze. Electrolyze would be pretty tight. NGL. Ha! I have you now. Grinders are back to playing Pioneer prelims. Was there ever a time they stopped? I know they were playing a lot of Standard. Oh, man. They could ephemerate Toski to have it dodge the Aether Gust. Maybe I goofed. We'll see. About to find out. Get out of here. Yep. I fucked up. God damn it. Ah! Alright. There's just no way, right? Like, I can chump block the... Fine. Ah. Oh, I should have thought of it earlier. I have lots of time on clock. I could have done it. I also could have pinged their Ice Fang Codal, but I was greedy and I wanted the land drop because it set me up for this play. This play let me start getting aggressive, which I eventually needed to do. So I have the Endurance, and I have another Aether Gust. Let's ping out the Ice Fang. They have nothing worthwhile to ephemerate right now. They'll probably ephemerate the birds or just let it go. We'll see. Oh, right. Wait, that's fine. So this means they're not getting through with an attacker this turn. Oh! Right, but they can grab my Wrenn and Six. Not that I really care. I didn't need it anymore so much. I mean, I wanted it. This probably means, though, I can just play Endurance into Factor Fiction. Unless they have a Solitude. Then... yeah, then we're in trouble. Yeah, I just feel like I got styled on this game. Yeah. No Solitude. I'll take it. Although this means there's probably going to be Recruiter into Make Us to the Moon, right? If they're on their stuff. I feel like that's what I would do. Would I? My opponent have 4 mana open? They definitely play the Recruiter. I don't know if Magus is the go. Prismatic Ending. Resolves. Do you want to play in the Modern Super Qualifier with Mill or Bogles? I think you have a better chance with Mill, to be perfectly honest. I think Mill is quite fine right now. That's not red mana. What are they playing now? Okay, there it is. Mord, I can't Aether Gust it again, right? I gotta find something to dig me out of this. Good chunk of Greentron and Hammer Time. Right, Mill is good against both of those, right? Eternal Witness, yikes. Alright, I don't even think that this is good enough, right? Because we can't get the Shark Typhoon moving quick enough. I have 7 mana. If I get the Harbor and the Shark Typhoon, which obviously I'm not going to get. Oh, maybe. Damn, that's a good split. Oh, but there's an Ephemerate and they have the Witness. Damn. I don't know if we can beat the value out of this deck at this point. More, do you think you could lose a game like this? See the Kiki chord list that Kurusu has been slaughtering with. I have not. I do love me some Kiki chord. Okay, so that's the mana I need. The problem is just there's no way they don't have more answers for everything. So like I could play Shark Typhoon and have Aether Gust here. We Gust the Witness, and then I have 1/2/2 Shark, which blocks one of their creatures this turn. Maybe. Okay, the way this is going to go down is going to start by casting Shark Typhoon for once. For once, we're casting Shark Typhoon. Because it's the only way out of this. I like the look of this Kiki chord list. I will download this, perhaps for playing tomorrow. Ephemerate? Question mark? What? What? Ephemerate question mark? Is that a question? About what? If it's about the Kurusu list, it is playing 4 Ephemerates. You thought they might have one for the Typhoon? In what way? You mean to deputy it? Certainly something that could have happened. It hasn't so far. Not really sure why it hasn't happened. We'll see. Yeah, I got you. I mean, we'll see. I think though that I took my eyes off the prize for a second. I stopped paying attention, and I knew that what I needed to do was save that Aether Gust for the Eternal Witness. Now the Eternal Witness is going to pick up Ephemerate, and I don't know if we can win from there. And they can Ephemerate it and pick up the Elid Omri's Call, and then pick up the Ephemerate again on the next upkeep. Maybe. Snap Cryptic with a 4/4 attached, or Snap Fact or Fiction might get us there. Not so much, Mike. It's been a really bad night. We 0-4 dropped with Ban Ephemerate, and then Temur Control is not going the best. So that 2-3. I lost to Blood Moon out of Blue-Red Murktide, and we got crushed by Mardu midrange. Was it Mardu? No, that was on Bant. Oh, it was Glimpse. Yeah, Glimpse of Tomorrow. Sad reacts only. Of the 2 modern events we've hosted, Mill has 3-0'd twice. Why would I sad react that? It's fine by me. Oh, maybe Snap Cryptic Tap their team gets them here? Cryptic Tap their team's looking pretty good. Yeah, maybe. It's not quite enough. I need them to fetch, and then it'll be lethal. Right? 4, 5, 6, 7. No, not quite. So here comes... You're going to ship the Witness again, right? Yep. Yep, pick up the Ephemerate. I mean, I'm going to try, Jig. I'm going to try, but... I don't know. Doesn't seem likely. What's in my yard? Cryptic, Fact or Fiction, and Aether Gust. That's it. Tap them down, bounce your snap. That's maybe the play. All right, so they're going for Cruder Chain. Weird. Dawnbringer Cleric. I don't remember what that card is. Just gains life, right? Destroy target enchantment. Oh, you. Come on, what? Oh. Snap Cryptic, tap their team, bounce my Shark Typhoon, though? Maybe? Unless you meant A. Did you mean A? A. Feels kind of poor. Well, what doesn't feel poor? Please tell me. Because, like... Oh, it's Agony. Got it. The Tina. I mean, we're going to have some chonky flyer, boys. We might pull through this. Deputy is an issue. Yeah, it could be. Like, I can't deal with if they choose the right way to attack this, there's no way I can ever win, right? So we don't have any counterspells in the deck right now, Mike. Literally 0 copies. I have some Aether Gusts. I think I have one more. Yeah, one more. And Archmage's Charm. Bolts might be really good. Toski? There's the squirrel. Nope, no Wraths in Temur. There are no Wraths in Temur. Giver. Okay, they're tapped out, so... Bolt? Not quite enough. Toski on the block. Yes, I know about Stormwrath, and I know about Anger of the Gods. But again, those cards are not really playable. And yes, they'd be fine here specifically, but I don't think that's a good enough reason to play them. Okay, so we take at least 2, and then 1, 2, 3. So I just basically have to assume they're going to misplay now. We got this? I really doubt it. I really doubt it. Okay, so that means the most I'm going to take is 3, but probably not. The Aether Vial getting up to 3 counters here is terrifying, though. Just makes me feel like Dead of Winter might be playable. I mean, we'll definitely... So, but you're looking at the deck we're playing against right now, Matzo Ball. This is not something that a lot of people are playing at all, right? It's just not. Because these decks lose to a lot of the big meta decks. It's not that they definitely lose. It's a very, very difficult matchup. Because they're not particularly fast. So, I think I play Endurance here. Oh, maybe I could have. No, I definitely care about the Ephemerate. I didn't even think about it, Jacob. I forgot that this had text other than Flash 3-4 in this case because I'm not against a graveyard deck and I'm a bad player. I'm against a deck that interacts with this graveyard, but I just forgot that Endurance actually has text. So we block there, we force an Ephemerate. We block here because there's no reason not to. Yeah, I completely agree with you, Cranioplating. Yeah, okay, so that's what I expected there. And then... So we have 2/2 Shark into Bolt is our out? Oh, they still have a Birds of Paradise. Oh, but I have a Wrenn and Six now. Alright, we'll see. We'll see. They've played their Ephemerate, so that's no longer in play. Fuck. Nope. Machine Gun Wren's doing nothing. The goggles, they do nothing. Maybe we set up to upkeep. Oh, they did tap the flyer. So we set up to upkeep Castle and try to cheese him out with a bolt. That ain't it. I mean, skillfully defeat them. Well, now they get Endurance. They get another Deputy. They get a Reflector Mage. Whatever it is, we're dead. Right? I mean, I tried. That's why I gave it the O, because we weren't there yet. Oh. What do you got? Maybe they're out of targets. 53 cards in their library. They get Imperial Recruiter. Uh-huh. What did you already have in your hand? Knight of Autumn? No. Now they flicker? What? Ice Fang Kodal. Yeah, that's it. They got me. Yeah. That's so freaking... That's so freaking rude. All right. And we had Fury there, too. We just didn't hit him. So, I don't know, man. 2 Wafotappa decks. Not surprising that they were both very, very difficult to play. As I mentioned before, I'm a big fan of this core of cards. But I think instead of these things, I'd rather just play Breach Emrakul. Yeah, Squirrel felt completely unbeatable there, right? And this deck is functional you know, in a bunch of different matchups. But the squirrel, I mean, that's just a nightmare. If everything comes together the way that it did for our opponent, then it's just unbeatable. Like, I stole their Aether Vial and they immediately deputied it, and I couldn't remove the deputy. It gives them their Aether Vial back. Eventually, they found an Ephemerate, and like, I made mistakes there for sure, but that was just a rough road the whole way along. Both of the we played two very fair blue control decks, and I don't know, man. It's really hard. There's Januj, thank you for the subscription. I think the reason you don't see any or too many people play like fair control decks like this right now is because they're not great. However, if you do want to play one, you have to pick the right one, and there's only usually one answer. So, for example, a couple weeks back when Nassif won the Sunday Challenge, and admittedly it was the Sunday Challenge, which is a little bit softer. Oh, that was you! Excellent run. I don't know if you're a fan of Mordekaiser, who is in this channel right now, who's a good friend of mine, but he plays decks exactly like yours a lot, and he was rooting for you the whole time there. It was exceptionally well played by you. Anyway, I don't think this is the right deck for this particular week, but we're also playing it in a league, which is more open, and we ran into certain stuff that was very difficult to deal with. Been trying to make piles like that work for a long time. You should talk to Mord, who is right there. You guys will be friends. So yeah, this was tough. I mean, we wrecked the other control player that we played against, the blue white deck. What's the squirrel? Toski, bearer of secrets, keeper of secrets, secret squirrel, bearer of secrets. Yeah. And yeah, the Fury and the Endurances kind of felt pretty out of place here. Endurance is just a good card, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't have terribly much feedback on this other than, like, if you want to play something like this, it's like a really tough road right now. Things like Blue-Red Murktide are just like this, but more efficient and streamlined. And then if you want to play hard control, the Lurrus decks, like Grixis Lurrus, is pretty much the go-to on that. And then white as like a hard control color seems to be generally better. Like Prismatic Ending is very good, and Teferi kind of makes all mirror matches with other control decks a joke most of the time. Although we did beat the Teferi deck we played against because of Shark Typhoon, so I don't know about that one. Maybe it's not. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're supposed to pitch for the Furies except in matchups where you need to, and then in theory you have enough red cards for that, right? But maybe you don't. I don't know. I think this was a league deck versus the Bant Ephemerate deck, which was from a challenge. And this one just felt like very, very, very next level difficult to pilot, but maybe had the power there. This one just felt a little lackluster. Anyway, I could keep ranting and raving about decks that I clearly don't have enough experience to properly comment on, or I could just let you be about your night, people of the future. But if you are watching this on the YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and check out any of my other videos that you are interested in, and I will see you there.